So how did my first pair of Forma boots hold up after 200 hours of riding? So the first thing that's very visible is the wear on the sole. All this part of the sole is pretty worn out just from walking sections and walking on the boulders and stuff. This area is pretty well worn, even the center part from the foot peg placement, and that's on both of them. The right boot has worn to the point that it's even breaking down into the red portion of the sole. So the soles are pretty well worn out after 200 hours. Another thing that's noticeable is the wear on the top of the toe box from the shifter. There's not an extra pad there, which would help prevent that, but you could also change a little bit of the shifter, the way it's knurled, and that would help. The right boot actually has the most wear on the ankle protective pad, and it for all practical purposes has been completely worn away, where now it's no thicker, no different than just the leather on the side of the boot. The upper portion of the boot has worn. It's actually worn on both boots to the point that you can no longer see the pattern that was on the original boot. The other thing that I noticed the other day is the stitching is coming apart right here on the boot, so that's some general wear. This non-water, it's just water resistant, it's not waterproof, but this inner piece is not worn too badly. The buckles are in good shape, they haven't been damaged at all, but again, the stitching that holds this blue piece of part of the buckle connection is coming loose. The straps and the other part of the buckle has been preserved, no problems there. This boot, the left boot, it actually is held up just a little bit better, but it's still showing pretty good signs of the thread starting to come loose. So some pretty good wear. Let's grab a new one to compare it. Obviously this is a new boot and you can see the difference. You still have all of this, which has been worn completely away. The ankle shield, which is, I think, nothing more than just a slightly thicker piece of leather, is worn away. And then obviously the stitching, the tread, if you compare the tread, there's the difference in a new pair versus an old pair after 200 hours. So the soles do wear pretty quickly, I think, but I do look forward to wearing the new boots and seeing how they perform when I compare them to the Hebo boots that I also have.